My boyfriend thinks that I am a cheater because I have male friends. We've been together for 6 months, and he told me I couldn't have male friends regardless of their sexual orientation or how long I've known them. He says that it is straight disrespectful. Why do men feel like women can't just be friends with a male, and what should I do? Ooh, female from Seattle, Washington, that's a great question. Let's ask the men. So guys, why do you feel like women can't just be friends with the male? So what you should do, okay, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, just the real. I think you need to break up with this guy. He sounds super controlling. And I know a lot of you guys out there are going to be like, what? He sounds controlling. Guys, I want everybody to back down because they've only been together for 6 months. That's only 180 days. You know what I mean? This isn't a long time. She's known this person for 180 days, and he's already telling her who she can and cannot be friends with. And I just want to be very clear. This is also a sign of abuse. It's abusive behavior. It's an abusive pattern. He first tells you who you can't hang out with. Then it becomes every time you want to go out with your friends, I don't want you to go out with your friends because your friends are hoes. Then it becomes, let me go ahead and check your phone. Who was you calling while I was gone? You know what? You don't need a phone. I will make sure that I take care of everything. You don't need no money either. Hey, if you need to go somewhere, I'll be the one to take you. Do you see what I'm saying? It falls into a pattern of abuse. So just make sure that you recognize that. And if he's not an abusive person, but that's just his mindset, you may also want to check him on that. Like, look, I know you love me, but the way you're acting is an abusive pattern, and I do not put up with it. I do not tolerate it. No woman should tolerate abuse. And again, I'm going to say it one more time, 180 days. It's not a long time. So that's my opinion on that guy. I think you should dump him. I'm sure that you're a beautiful young lady. You can find somebody else and you can move on. And again, you said this is a boyfriend. See, that's the thing. You don't have to settle. The whole point of dating with a purpose is to, okay, this person served a purpose. He just taught me that he has abusive behaviors, and this is what his expectations are in a relationship, and I'm not that girl. And these are my expectations as my man in this relationship, which is to let me have male friends and to let me live a normal, healthy life and to be open and honest in that relationship. So when those two things don't line up together, there's no reason that you guys need to stay together, especially after 180 days. I think that this is a good time to cut it off, because usually at 180 days, at a 6-month mark period, you're going to be like, you know what, I think we should stay together, or I think we're going to cut ties. Usually after 6 months, that's usually how it goes. But I think with this one, you need to cut your ties. So then, you also say that he says that he doesn't care their sexual orientation or how long you've known them. It's just plain disrespectful. Well, wouldn't it be more disrespectful to the people that you've known, who have supported you, who have lifted you up through your life, to just drop them because of some guy you've known for 180 days? I'm not saying that. So just remember that. And again, if you're gonna stay with him and he's not that type of guy where he's abusive, then you need to check him. You need to check his ass about this right here, because this is abusive patterns and abusive behavior. It's abuse talk. So then the question you asked me is, why do men feel like women can't be just friends with a male? Every guy that I have ever dated, and we've had that discussion, I always say, well, don't you trust me? And they always say, and fellas, say it with me, it's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I don't trust the guys. Every guy says that. Because men know men. And men know that ultimately ain't no man being friends with no woman unless he has an ulterior motive of sex. But if it's a childhood friend, it's an exception. If it's a cousin, that's an exception to the rule. I get that. I get if I have old friends, yes. But there should be no new guy friends. Because you don't ever know that intention of the new guy friend. You don't know what's going on with the new guy friend. So I'm just throwing that out for the guys. When you guys get into this conversation with your girl, make sure that, yes, you can keep your old guy friends, just, no new No new niggas, as Drake would say. So then we go on, and do I have, what should you do? That was your last question, and I think I answered that one for you. I think that if you need a support system to do this, you need to do that with a support system. If that means that you guys are living together and you need to move when he is at work, then do that. If he's tracking your movements, then you may need to come up with a little lie and say, I'm going to grandma's house for the weekend, and come up with, come up with a good one, and then pack a small bag and then move away. Or if you need to secretly, have a homegirl that he trusts come over and slide her a couple items every time she comes over until you're moved out, you do that. You do it in a safe manner, because domestic violence is real. And I don't want anybody to get hurt, especially you, behind a guy that you've only known for 180 days. And also make sure that we do this calmly. And I know, well, girl, I'm breaking up with him in a calm fashion. Yes, you can break up with somebody in a calm fashion. You can get over the emotions of anger, rage, and all of that stuff. And let's be honest, really sit down with yourself. Think about it. Why am I breaking up with this person? Because this person, we are not compatible. We are not compatible. We are not able to be in a relationship together. And then you list the reasons why you're not able to be in a relationship together, but always do it in a calm fashion, because when you're calm, they can be calm, and vice versa. And always be very humble when you do it. But that's your number one thing. It's going to be to do this safe as possible. And again, if he's not an abuser, if this isn't an abusive pattern, then you just need to check his ass and let him know, hey, the way you're talking to me right now, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm going to keep my old friends. They've been my support system, da 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 da, and this is how it's going to be from now on, or I'm leaving. And he takes that, then girl, you have won the battle. I hope that I have answered your question, and thank you so much for writing me.